Hey, everyone, ever feel like you're just like drowning in financial jargon?
Right.
Like it's just a whole bunch of noise.
Yeah,
Well, we're diving into personal loans today
that's right.
on this deep dive, and hopefully we can help you become a savvy borrower.
Yeah, definitely. Personal loans, they can be powerful tools, but, there's a lot of nuance
Yeah,
to using them effectively.
for sure.
Yeah.
So let's break it down for those who maybe aren't familiar with, like, what is a personal loan?
In the simplest terms, a personal loan is unsecured borrowing.
Okay.
Think of it like this. You're borrowing from a friend,
Okay.
except it's a bank or credit union.
Right.
And you're not putting up collateral like your house or your car, which means it's riskier for the lender.
Right.
And that's why they charge those higher interest rates.
Compared to a home equity loan or something like that.
Exactly.
Okay. So higher risk for the lender,
Right.
potentially higher interest for the borrower.
Yeah,
But on the flip side, more flexibility, right?
absolutely.
Because I've heard they can be used for like almost anything.
You're right. They're very versatile. Debt consolidation, home improvement projects, even life events like weddings.
Wow.
But while the interest rates are generally lower than credit cards,
Okay.
they can still be higher than other loan options. And of course, your credit score plays a huge role.
Right. That magic number that like always seems to come into play.
It's true.
Yeah.
And that's actually a good segue into discussing when personal loans can be a really smart move.
Okay, let's talk strategy. When are they a good idea?
So one of the most common scenarios is credit card debt consolidation.
Okay.
Let's say you're carrying a balance on a card with a high APR.
Right.
That's the annual percentage rate.
Yeah.
Essentially, the cost of borrowing.
Right. The APR, it's how they get you.
Exactly. So a personal loan might offer a lower interest rate, meaning you could save a significant amount on interest payments
Over the life of the loan.
over the life of the loan. Precisely.
I see. That kind of saving, I mean, that could make a real difference in someone's budget.
Absolutely. And there are a couple of methods that people use when they're consolidating debt, like the snowball method and the avalanche method.
Okay.
So the snowball method focuses on paying off the smallest debts first,
Okay.
just to kind of like get that motivation going. Whereas the avalanche method targets the highest interest rate debts.
Gotcha.
A personal loan can be integrated with either strategy.
Interesting. So it's not just getting the loan, it's like you're getting a game plan.
Precisely.
I like it.
Now, speaking of high interest debt,
Yeah.
personal loans can also be a better alternative to those predatory payday loans.
Ooh. Those should come with like a giant warning sign.
You're telling me. And refinancing older personal loans with higher interest rates can also be a strategic move.
With this approach.
Yes.
Yeah.
However, always, and I mean always, scrutinize the fine print.
Oh.
Because prepayment penalties or hefty fees on that new loan,
Yeah.
they can eat into your potential savings.
Ouch. Yeah. It's like they say, the devil's in the details.
Exactly.
You might think you're getting a good deal, and then bam, hidden costs.
Always be thorough.
Oh.
Now, another scenario where personal loans can be useful is for big purchases.
Like that refrigerator you've been eyeing.
Exactly. Or maybe some home improvements.
Sure.
Using a personal loan might be cheaper than store financing or putting it all on a credit card,
Yeah.
especially if you can snag a good interest rate.
Right. But I am remembering you mentioned earlier, home equity loans might be even cheaper
That's right.
if you own a home.
It's always wise to compare your options.
That's a really good point. So what about major life events? Because we've all heard the horror stories about wedding budgets
Yes.
spiraling out of control.
It's true. It's tempting to use a personal loan for a dream wedding or a big celebration, but you have to be realistic about your budget.
Right.
Will taking on this debt to pay for, let's say, a fancy ice sculpture
Right.
impact your ability to make, rent or car payments down the line?
Right.
Probably not worth it.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe skip the ice sculpture, opt for some DIY decorations instead.
There, yeah.
Save that money for something more lasting, like a down payment on a house. Speaking of down payments, we should talk about when personal loans are generally not the best idea.
Okay.
Let's get into those red flags.
For starters, using a personal loan for a down payment on a house can actually work against you.
Really? Why is that?
Well, lenders look at your debt-to-income ratio when you apply for a mortgage.
Right.
That's how much of your monthly income is already going towards debt payments.
That makes sense.
So even though you're using a personal loan for a house, it looks like you're taking on more debt,
Right.
potentially hurting your chances of getting a good mortgage rate.
Okay, yeah. That's not good.
And while it might be tempting to use a personal loan to boost your credit score,
Oh, right. Like that whole spend money to make money, but like with debt.
Yeah.
Doesn't quite sit right.
you're hitting the nail on the head. It can be a bit of a catch-22
Okay.
because while responsibly repaying a personal loan can improve your credit score over time,
Mm-hmm.
because it diversifies your credit mix, it shows you can handle different types of credit responsibly.
Got it. Shows you can handle different types of credit responsibly. Okay, I'm tracking.
Right. But taking out a loan that you don't need just to potentially improve your credit score is a risky move,
Right.
especially when you factor in the interest that you'll be paying.
Yeah,
There are better, less risky ways to build your credit.
that makes sense. Don't borrow money just to improve your ability to borrow money.
Right.
So what are some other instances where personal loans should be a hard no? So what are some other instances where personal loans should be a hard no?
Yeah, so like we were talking about with the down payment, avoid using personal loans for other things like education expenses,
Okay.
Tuition or existing student loan debt.
Right, right.
Usually there are more cost-effective federal loan programs that
Yeah.
are specifically designed for educational purposes.
Good to know. What about starting a business? Because I could see how like a quick influx of cash would be tempting
Yeah,
for like an aspiring entrepreneur.
you're right. It's a common thought.
Right.
But again, using a personal loan for business expenses, usually not the best path.
Okay.
There are business loans that are designed for that purpose,
Right.
and they often come with lower interest rates
Yeah.
and more favorable terms for business owners. Plus, keeping your personal and business finances separate can make life a lot easier.
Oh, for sure. Come tax season.
Exactly.
Right.
And, as tempting as it might be to try to get rich quick,
Uh-huh.
definitely avoid using personal loans for investments
Okay.
or, and I can't believe I even have to say this,
Oh.
gambling.
Yeah, that's just a recipe for disaster, isn't it?
Definitely not a risk worth taking.
Right.
Investing and gambling, they come with inherent risks.
Yeah.
And adding a layer of debt to the equation only magnifies those risks. Not to mention, if you're using a personal loan to invest, those interest payments could easily eat into any potential profits.
That's a really good point. It's like almost like trying to climb out of a hole by digging deeper.
Precisely.
Yeah.
So as you can see, while personal loans can be helpful in certain situations,
Mm-hmm.
they're not a one-size-fits-all solution.
Right.
It's crucial to weigh the pros and cons carefully.
Yes,
Consider all your options.
for sure.
And most importantly, ask yourself this one crucial question.
Okay, lay it on me. What is the question that is going to tell us
All right.
if we're truly ready for this commitment?
Okay.
Yeah, give me the question. Yeah, give me the question.
Okay. If your financial situation were to change for the worse,
Okay.
how confident would you be in your ability to repay this debt?
Whoa. Okay, that is a powerful question and a little unsettling if I'm being honest, but so important.
Yeah, it's all about just being honest with yourself.
Right.
Because, unexpected things happen.
Right.
Job loss, medical bills, you name it.
Mm-hmm.
Life throws curveballs.
It does.
And if taking on a personal loan would make you financially vulnerable in those situations,
Yeah.
it's probably not the right move.
So it's not just about our current selves and our ability to like make those monthly payments right now.
Right.
It's thinking about like our future selves who might be facing a
Like
whole
they
different,
That's right.
set of circumstances.
And that's what responsible borrowing is all about. It's
Yeah.
not just about getting access to that quick cash.
Right.
It's about carefully considering those long-term implications
Right.
and being honest about your risk tolerance.
I like it. Well, this has been eye-opening. I feel like we went way beyond the surface level
absolutely.
of like, those catchy personal loan ads you see.
Sure.
And we really dug into the when, the why, and the like, watch out
Exactly.
of personal loans.
Yes. And remember, this is just the starting point.
Right, exactly.
Personal finance is a journey, not a destination.
Well said. Well, a huge thank you to you for, lending your expertise to us today and walking us through this
Of course.
complex world of personal loans.
Happy to do it.
And to all of you listening, we hope you're walking away with valuable insights
Yes.
and a renewed sense of confidence when it comes to navigating personal loans.
Absolutely.
Knowledge is power.
Yes.
Keep asking those questions, keep learning, and make those money moves with confidence.
That's right.
Thanks again, everyone.